Okay, 50-50 guys. Very, very important discussion. Everybody's favorite mode. Now, will it be the future trend for gacha games? Because I see a lot of people talking about this, right? And 50-50 is where you basically, what you are doing is, you pull in the character, and you have 50% chance to get the character. And 50% chance to not get the character. Now, NTE apparently is, there's a beta going on right now. I did not get in, by the way. I saw a lot of people have been praising the game. Saying this is the best game ever. This is the killer, right? Because there's no 50-50. But for me, I still have a little bit of skepticism, alright? Skepticism. 50-50 is stupid. I mean, it's not stupid, right? You can change it to 55-45, 60-40 or whatever. But yeah, lately I've noticed that NTE skips the usual 50-50 system. Okay, there's no weapon banner at all. Weapons are obtained through gameplay. Very good, alright, I like it. Performance isn't strictly tied to rarity. Okay, so that means 4-star can be strong, 5-star can be strong. Even more surprising, the awakening system, basically constellations, lets you freely switch between the unlocked effects. So of course, that's something that some of the Genshin players have complained before. I remember a lot of players were complaining about that in Bennett C6. Do you guys remember Bennett C6 sort of ruined some of the strategy that you can do in terms of the combo and stuff? That alone takes off so much pressure. No stress about pulling dupes, just to make your character viable, okay? It feels like the developers are actively reducing gacha anxiety by removing traditional pain points, no PT coin toss, no weapon trap, no dupe locking progression. Alright, it sounds good at first, right? But it sounds really, really good, but at the same time, it's also scary because how else would they monetize the game, right? Would they do like a gacha costume? Would they do like something that's like... Because I know Tower of Fantasy, they did that. That's why I'm trying to say that, right? In Tower of Fantasy, they have been known to do gacha costume. They also did like a vehicle. I don't know if you guys know, but there's a car in Tower of Fantasy that costs $120. Now NTE also have vehicles, has cars, have motorbikes. Will they do that though? Will they specifically do those things, right? Now, you might argue that those things aren't going to affect your gameplay as much, which could be true, but it really depends on how they intend. What if some of them can move faster than the others, right? So it's hard to say for sure. Skins as well, yeah, it could be pay to win for skins. I've seen similar choices in Duet Night Abyss too. This is the start of a broader trend. Either way, it's good to see gacha games starting to compete in generosity instead of just raids. I feel like this is not going to matter too much, right, for most players, because at the end of the day, if a game is good, people will be willing to spend. If a game is not good, people will be not willing to spend. Whether the free-to-play, I understand that free-to-play, if you are free-to-play, you want to look at it from this particular angle as well, because it's going to feel much more likely that you'll play this game, sure, right? Because you're not going to spend any money in it. But at the same time, if it's not making much money, it's probably going to not do well, right? So that's also going to be a problem. Gacha games are not your friend. If they get rid of 50-50, they just find another way to exploit you. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be how it is, right? I feel like Wuthering Wave turned off 50-50 on the weapon and even made others that came out to make weapon banner 75-25 to compete. 50-50 on first character pool is good, then 50-50 if you want dupes. Arknights is also changing it a little bit. But I do think that a lot of players have been complaining a lot, right, about the 50-50 system, and they are sick of it. Everybody is like copying the Hoyo system pretty much. But then at the end of the day, it's like probably there's more factor to it than just that, right? I don't think it does exploit you to spend more money when you lose 50-50, I get it, right? It's just a mechanism. They can always alter the rates or pay off to mask the actual price. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You could probably, like, if it doesn't have 50-50, would it have less rates? Would it have like 0.2% instead, right? Like, if that's going to be the case, then that's going to be even more annoying. Because I think Genshin is 0.7, Wuthering Wave is 0.8, somewhere around there, right? You don't have to win 50-50, but you need double the amount of pulls to begin with, or you get less free pulls. I am being screwed at either way. At least make it not feel bad, because there is nothing worse in these games than losing 50-50. Is there nothing worse than losing 50-50? Yeah, I don't think 50-50 is the factor though. I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's the factor, because people complain. people complain about Nikkei's gacha all the time, right? As someone that play Nikkei, I also know people don't like Nikkei's gacha system as well. There are people that complain Blue Archive's gacha system as well, right? So I don't think it doesn't really matter what system you put. I think people are just not going to like whatever system that you have, unless it's like a guaranteed system. But even then, even if you have a guaranteed system, people are going to complain about the the rates and everything else. So I understand that losing 50-50 is going to be something that a lot of players complain about, or you see a lot of people talk a lot about, because majority of players probably have tried or have played Genshin or Honkai Star Rail. The SSR from 10 pools, people will still be matched. There's never going to be a perfect or good system. Yeah, we're going to see there's going to be a different factor altogether, right? Not as bad in some games since you have enough pools for a few 6 stars. In the end, it all depends on the set of factors, and the combination makes it deadly. There are people that Nikkei's system is the best. No, there's a lot of people that complain about it because they get stuck in 160 gate, right? Because you need to get dupes and stuff. So it does make certain... There are a little bit of restrictions here and there, right? Definitely. So that's going to be what it is, right? Game A has 50-50 but will take you 60 pulls for 1 SSR. Worst case, you will have 1 off-banner SSR and 1 on-banner SSR out of it. Game B has no 50-50 but it will take you 120 pulls for 1 SSR. Game A is clearly better, but you will have to work out your logical and feeling issues on your own. Also, I don't think 50-50 is that big of a deal as somebody that plays like Girls Frontline 2, because there's meta characters in the standard banner, right, that you can lose 50-50 to, like Tololo and Cheongju, not Vapli though. Vapli sucks. But other than that, those two, I would say is pretty good, right? So if there's like characters that are strong in the standard banner, I don't think players mind as much, especially if they are like sort of core to the foundation of meta or team building generally. Hoyo created one of the worst but profitable systems. Generally, I would say yes, right? Selling skins and removing 50-50 is a good thing. I played Gacha for the longest time and there's never a guarantee before hitting the PT. 50-50 is either I can get a unit early 50% of the time, or the next unit I get is guaranteed. With old system you can get up to 5 characters with it not being a rate up, and that's even more infuriating. Yeah, this could be a way to look at it, right? You may need multiple copies needed for endgame content or something. Yeah, that could be something that we have to also be careful with, right? Because, like, I think that was the debate last time about in Arknight's Anfield. Specifically, a lot of people were worried because of the gacha system being way different than 50-50. People are worried, do you need dupes or not? Is it like, because like if the game requires you to have dupes, and the dupes are strong, right? Fortunately, in Arknight's Anfield, it was just some stats here and there. It's nothing crazy. Anti-consumer predatory AF. Wow. Some don't like getting standard meta cause they like collecting new characters. Yeah, there's also that as well, but I would say like if you can still clear a lot of the end game with the standard banner characters, right? Then it's always going to be very favorable in a lot of situations, right? Brought to you by the company that made Cobalt A6. A6 or Bus. Oh, Cobalt B. That's the character in Tower of Fantasy. I remember that character. Damn. That one needs that one definitely needs dupes, right? I remember that one as well. But yeah, just be careful, right? Just be careful. I think the people are always going to try to sell you, oh, this game has no 50-50, it's better. You got to play the overall experience, alright? For NTE and Duet Night Abyss, try it out and see if it's for you. Alright, don't be too worried about the 50-50 or not, because at the end of the day, if you don't like the gameplay, that one is just one small factor, man. I think people are too focused on that particular factor, right? I understand that losing 50-50 sucks, but there's usually you want to have the entire package on its own.